Alright. So for this, we're going to look at the shape of a square. Squares as a starting point. When we did the H in the circle, it was a curved line. We're now looking at straight lines. It does not matter what you choose to draw with. I'm going to do mine with pencil crayon. You can do yours with pencil crayon as well. Crayon, whatever you'd like, whatever makes sense for you. I'm going to start off here, and I'm just going to draw a square.
Just a small one?
Just a fairly small, about the size, maybe a bit bigger than a toonie. And make that a little bit brighter. Looks a little dark here at the moment. A little bit brighter. There we go, it's a little bit better. Pretty easy. Right beside that, I'm going to draw another square. I'm going to switch colors, go to a blue. You don't have to. It doesn't matter. Whatever you choose is fine by me. I'm going to draw another square here. Right beside it. Around the second square, because my square looks lonely there, I'm going to draw another square around it. I've chosen to use a different color. You can do that if you'd like. If you want to stick with the same color, that's fine too. It really does not matter to me at all. Haven't used green in a while, so I'm going to go for a green square next, just because I can. But this time, I'm going to draw a square inside the square. I'm just grabbing colors at random, ones I think might look cool together. You don't have to though. If you want to do the whole thing with pencil, that's okay too. It doesn't matter at all. I'm going to go besides here and draw another square. Go for a purple one. I haven't done purple at all today. Beside that, at half the size of my first one, I'm going to draw another square right beside it, little baby square attached, just because it's fun. Little baby square beside it. My next square I'm going to go. Let's go keep drawing squares. My next, boys, not now. Boys, now's not the time for the Lego movie, okay? Another square here. And I'm going to draw a vertical line right down the middle. Best I can. So we now have two rectangles. Beside that, another square. These are good squares. Not just to draw squares. Squares are a good shape to be able to know how to draw fairly well.
I'm not really good at squares.
No. It happens. But do you know how you get better at drawing squares?
Isn't it because I do mine a little
That's all it is. There's no secret way of doing it.
something a little different?
A little bit. Try. Well, why don't you try this here, and then you can do something different.
I do just
You got one handy?
squares and
I don't have a pencil sharpener with me. If you have markers, you certainly can. As long as they're your markers. I don't want you guys sharing markers. Too many fights happen when people share markers. We can also do here, as I'm looking at them, it would be kind of neat. I wonder what would happen if I take another color. And I'm going to draw a horizontal line. And then this one here, I'm now going to draw. Well, that's okay. You can do it all in black, all in pencil. You don't have to switch colors. We'll go back to that one in just a moment. I want to draw another square for now.
Are we allowed to share like colored pens?
Certainly. Pens are fun to share. Just markers, they always seem to run out right when you need them the most. So, but this one here, rather than drawing a vertical or horizontal line, I'm going to draw a diagonal line from corner to corner. I draw one way.
Mr.Byrne, I made a pumpkin and I was Halloween.
You sure did.
I'm making brown colors.
Draw another square here. And this one, rather than doing one diagonal line, I'm going to draw two diagonal lines. One going one way, one going the other way. Eventually we will have some time to color them, absolutely. What I'd like you to do now, which I think might look kind of neat, actually I know it looks kind of neat, is in the inside of these, let's draw another square. Much like the one up there, a little small square.
I see orange on here and black.
And the neat thing about drawing it is here we can use the diagonal line to let us know when it's time to change angles. Try this one here. I'm drawing a little backwards here. What would it look like if I was to put a square in here? Is it trickier or is it easier for you? I don't know. You know. What would it look like if I put an X inside of this one? Oh, what color haven't I used in this one? I haven't used orange yet, so I'll put orange on this one.
I used orange like 2 times.
Okay.
3. I did.
So I like this because it shows how we start off with a simple design, a simple pattern, and by dividing up in either horizontal or vertical lines, we can make it more complicated.
Making a ghost square.
Okay, go for it. And draw another square here, and go back to purple because I have it handy. We're going to draw a diagonal X in this square, but this time I'm going to use a yellow. I'm going to use the lightest yellow I have. Well, I'm using light yellow because you can barely see it. Unless you have special erasable pencil crayons, you can't erase pencil crayon. It's stuck on the page. Okay. So, one technique some artists will use when coloring or drawing is they'll draw using a yellow, whether it be a yellow marker or yellow pencil crayon, because it means it can stay on the page and you don't have to worry about erasing it. It sort of disappears when other colors go on top of it. That yellow, although you see it, it's pretty light.
mine doesn't show up.
Barely shows up. Exactly. So it's really sort of a neat technique. Okay. So I like being able to do that and having it in that sort of way. Neat, eh? So I can use this now. Okay. Pardon me? Actually, to be honest, I made a mistake, kids. I meant to do this vertical line. So let's go vertical as well. There we go. That's what I should do. So then I can draw from. There we go. I have that there. So I use those points there as a little bit of a guideline.
Whoa! Look what I did.
Oh, very nice.
Ooh, I like that.
We're going to do a few more, and then I'll
that gold color.
Oh, thank you. I'm going to do because I have more space here at the bottom, I'm going to draw a larger square, just because it fits.
Oh, that is a huge square.
Yeah, well it fits, so why not use up the space. And because I have the extra space, I can do extra things in here. So I'm going to draw a vertical line the best I can.
Can we do anything in our last square?
Absolutely, we'll definitely have some time to let you guys explore on your own.
Okay,
I can do a horizontal line here, but because they're so big, I can divide them up again. So I'm going to draw another vertical line right in the middle of those two. And then I'm going to draw another vertical line over here. Then I'm going to put a horizontal line in the middle of these two spots there. And another one way down here as well. Creating a really neat sort of checkerboard pattern. I think it's kind of cool.
Is that our last square?
No, we got one more left.
I can do a lot more.
Can you? Oh, you certainly can. All right.
I did Christmas colors for this one.
Oh, you certainly did. Yes, I did. Oh, we got one last square we're going to look at.
Is it big or small?
Well, I'm doing them big because I have the room. But it doesn't really matter. Whatever works for you is fine. Well, I'd like you to give it a try. That's the whole point of giving it a try. So I've got my square there. I'm going to draw a vertical line. I'm going to draw a horizontal line. And in the very center, without the guidelines, I'm going to draw another square in the middle. So it kind of ends up looking a little bit like a target
Like
or a
it
basketball,
actually goes
certainly.
down.
It does look a little bit. At this point, you've got two options. One, you can color in any sort of patterns you want. Or two, you can make a few more. Or actually, you have a third option. You can make a few more and color a few in as well. It doesn't really matter. So
I don't have any more space on mine, so can I color
Flip
in
it
my
over.
stuff in my book?
no, or color some of those in.
Or flip the page over.
No, we'll try.
Or
So the ones
fix
you've
them.
got, so get to see how it looks like if we sort of colored some of them in. Maybe with this one here.
What?
You could do Minecraft.
Oh. Yeah, nicely done, Elizabeth.
It's like a big square pizza.
It is indeed like a big square pizza, certainly.
That's a good idea. I want to get Minecraft, but it's cost money.
I'll give you Minecraft for
Hey,
free.
here's my gold. My gold.
No, that's only you can only do that if you have a bedrock. No, I can give you
Does this look like
one
a
of my Minecraft Xbox.
It looks like a dirty color.
No, Xbox. We'll just give you an Xbox. I have an old Xbox that still works.